Hello, beautiful stars out there, earth, air, fire, and water. I hope everyone has been staying prayed up, blessed up, and doing what you do best. It is a beautiful, 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 nice late night out here in RainChildz Kornerz. And I just hope you all continue to do no other than what? Having and staying on your paths. And how's everyone been doing? Let me go on ahead and get some clear communication coming on through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I got my little ghost tube on. Let me see. I don't know how long I'm going to leave that one on. Okay, and let me go on ahead and clear any kind of negative energy on your behalf and mine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So how's everyone been doing? I hope everyone has been doing okay. So this is part 2.
These are channeled messages. Do not try to make it fit if it is not resonating with your life. These messages are not aimed at one person. This is a collective message. It takes only what applies. This is for entertainment purposes only. Thanks so much for listening. Stay blessed.
Okay, so we're back on this, and basically, I think the last card was you were staying, basically you were chilling, you was letting go of things that no longer served you, you were just hanging, you know what I'm saying, and technically, you just sat back, you just, basically put yourself in the hangman's position, you know what I'm saying, because, when you see the hangman, he's not hurting, you know what I'm saying, he's just literally there, just chilling, not overwhelmed by anything, just technically just looking at everything, taking everything all in, and then deciding what needs to be in your life and what needs to just remain, out of your life, and to keep it out of your life, plain and simple. And so, yeah, so we already had been through, all the other cards, you know what I'm saying, because the first 2 cards that came out, they said new beginnings right here. New beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. You know what I'm saying? Because, it said powerful, psychic insight. You know what I'm saying? Reflection and meditation, that provides valuable information, be at peace. So basically you went within yourself, you know what I'm saying? You remained at peace, with this, hangman energy or whatever the case may be. And you realize some things about yourself, possibly that you didn't even know that you had within yourself. You realize you were the high priestess. You know what I'm saying? And all the while, Archangel Michael was telling you, he was like, your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. And they wanted you to release all this worry and stuff, everything that was going on, things that were, possibly being told to you, whatever the case may be. You just basically realized, it was just an unnecessary worry. Why worry with stuff when you don't have to? When you're divinely guided by the Most High, you have your archangels, you know what I'm saying, you got your ancestors backing you, because they're in you, all around you, everything, why would you have to worry? It's an unnecessary worry, but it's something that has to be learned. It's something that you have to learn to do, because it's so hard to let go of things. We want to, possibly keep things, the way they are. We don't want to let go of situations, or whatever the case may be, and then on top of that, people will throw things, at you, and throw things out and about, and then they will make things harder for you. Things will be hard on you, and you not even be knowing why. You know what I'm saying? And it be the most craziest thing, the reason why things were thrown at you. You know what I'm saying? It could possibly be someone that you possibly knew from your past. You know what I'm saying? It could be a person that you grew up with. Just be throwing stuff out there, and making people look at you like you're something that you're really not, making you look like a horrible monster, or whatever the case may be. And it might not even be making you look like a horrible monster. It could possibly be someone that literally belonged to someone else, And, they could possibly be just throwing messages out there. You know what I'm saying? To make the person who they literally know who they belong to, or once upon a time belonged to, make those people insecure and make them think things. You know what I'm saying? And have another person attacking somebody over someone that you ain't even talking to, dealing with, or even been around or anything. That's crazy. It is out of this world, what people will do. You know what I'm saying? Out of their own selfish needs, out of their own selfish wants. You know what I'm saying? Because possibly, maybe they feel like they're in this high stature or whatever. They feel like they have some type of power. So, they're going to try to use that power to their best ability just to get something that they want. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. I don't know where, these people, where did these people come about? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if it's just me, which I know it ain't just me, child. But in this time, day, and era, when I was coming up, I ain't never seen, such. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, it just be, child, please. It be in just out of the ordinary. Out of the ordinary. And I'm not getting it. I'm really not getting it. I never, and now I see, I see what was going on. I see how the energies was being cloaked, how people were literally, deceived on a lot of different levels,
The design was supreme, but, it really wasn't supreme enough, per se. It's just triggers, man. They be trying to trigger. You know what I'm saying?
You would literally be thinking it's this. Blaming everything on this. And just really just thinking it's this. And throwing shade, negativity, whatever the case may be, throwing it on this. And the whole time it wasn't even that, it was this. Because this literally used something that went on with this to their own advantage and basically cloak their energy over top of it. You know what I'm saying? So when they cloak their energy over top of it, literally to me, well, basically cloak their energy, I'll say up under it, you know what I'm saying? But I can't, it won't fit like that. But when they put their energy up under theirs, everybody be looking at this one at, like the fault, when it had nothing at all to do with what was going on, period. Didn't even have a clue. Totally clueless. Just a total innocent person, and the whole while, this one right here knew. Just took advantage of any and everything and just did what they wanted to do to win at all costs. But not only did you do one being like that walks, with the Most High, you did another person like that. It was a bunch of people that was done like that. And then you try to turn people against each other. And, and it kind of like grew, you know what I'm saying? And then a whole bunch of other people ended up turned against each other at the same time, or possibly could have been turned against each other. You take what applies, you know what I'm saying? If this message fits, it fits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's, part one. If you're not understanding, then you might want to go all the way back. But yeah, technically just running around all over different places, trying to, throw things out there. So basically, you got to remember these people that came from this particular era right here. These people. They were raised, a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So, they came from a whole different, different type of timeline. And these type of people right here, let's just say, for instance, you have a whole clan. You'll have like a Aries, Leo, and a Sagittarius. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe this crew right here knew each other. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe perhaps you might have had a you know, another little crew right here. And then maybe perhaps they might have been a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? And these people were born, you know, in a different era. You know, they came from a different type of timeline. You know what I'm saying? You know, they never really, you know, they might have, you know, been out and about, whatever the case may be, but they really don't know the scope, you know, like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw this one saying a long time ago. And then I've seen it again recently, and it says, "Aren't you glad you was raised by hustlers instead of haters?" So technically, these people right here were raised around haters. These people were raised around hustlers.
Meaning hustlers, we work hard.
Person comes
so let's not get that
their
twisted.
way, you know, over in this era, you know, to try to do something to another individual. Even though these people might not even really be, you know, really talking to this person like that. You know what I'm saying? They might not even really be talking to this person like that. But these people know this person's a hater. Especially when this one particular person, could have been a Sagittarius, this one particular person right here actually went and looked to see what it was that they were talking about. He already knew. He or she already knew. You know, want to know why? Because this person was raised around this person. You know what I'm saying? This person this person was always a little different. Knew that. You know what I'm saying? No biggie. And so, you know, this mug just goes back where it came from, you know, because possibly this person was thinking all the while, wherever you might have went to, this person might have been trying to go over here, when all the while you was just going to visit your peoples. You know what I'm saying? These mugs following you around and stuff, thinking you trying to go over here to something that they know about, or what it is that they're up on, or whatever the case may be, whatever they're sharing, whatever it is, you know. But it's just nonsense, you know, all this stuff, you know, that a person will put out, you know, to try to get their way about what do they need to get their way about? You know, nobody was thinking about anything that they thought they had in their head. But, you know, people don't just go off of just don't do that out the blue, you know. They get like that because somebody plants stuff like that in their head. You know what I'm saying?
Mind games.
But at the same time, you know, if a person planted that in your head, you know, that could be like some type of narcissist type of energy. But then again, you got to think, was that person always a narcissist? Are you responsible for that person being the narcissist? You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? The ones who will resonate with get what I'm saying. You know, I feel like, you know, there's a lot of hurt energy out here, because a person that goes to those extremes to even lying and doing whatever it is, lying, cheating, steal, kill, destroy, whatever, they only do that because they're deeply hurt. And that's a deeply rooted hurt, you know, something within the heart sector, you know. All right, nothing but the highest light, God Almighty, archangels, ancestors, evil is never welcome here. You know, that's the difference between just going solely based off of assumptions, you know. Going based off assumptions don't get you nowhere, literally. You have to get down to the bottom of things, you know, and really look at things. And then, you know, sometimes it'd be a little confusing, you know. It'd be real confusing. But like I said, it'd be something so tiny, and it gets blown all out of proportion, and it just becomes a whole big giant mess. Because what would make you think, what would make a person that you have been long gone from, even a person you once used to be, let's say even married to, you know what I'm saying, or live with, and you've been gone over 10 years, what will make that person think that they could even just come back into your life? Possibly because they might have thought you was going somewhere where they knew you probably didn't even need to be trying to trolley up over there. So they figured, oh my God, if you're going to go over there, you might as well come back over here. And then, everything gets blown out of proportion. Just crazy out of proportion. And nobody knew exactly what you were doing. But then at the same time, somebody knew something. You know what I'm saying? They knew something.
They knew the truth, but they used your assumption.
That's why they cloaked themselves in the wrong energy. Basically behind the scenes, trying to destroy everything, just ripping everything up, left and right. And then was hoping and praying he was going to be left, hoping and praying this person was going to get the blame, the full blame for it. That person. It don't go down like that. It's not. You guys know what you did, and you know who's responsible. You know what I'm saying? And after all that, I'm sure you had to take like I said, you was in hangman energy, and you had to. God told you, just sit down, take a rest, and think about it. And you literally had to think about it. Then you came up, God showed you exactly what was up and what was going on. It was crazy. Yeah, all because they were feeling left out in the cold. Feeling left out in the cold. These people go around and they move on. You know what I'm saying? They'll be married 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times, whatever. But then as soon as you come into something beautiful for yourself, there they are, pissed off, feeling left out in the cold, or if you pop up on some type of business adventure when you even tried to help a person, you was like, let's do this together, and they didn't want to do it. And then when they seen you do it and seen it was looking pretty for you or whatever, feeling left out in the cold, feeling left out. A little spoiled brat energy. On some type of parts of it or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And then you have, on the other hand, some people, they knew that you had this dream. And, they knew you had a lot of high hopes for your dream, your success yourself. These people sat there and watched you do this all alone, by yourself. You know what I'm saying? They watched you struggle. They laughed at you when you were struggling. They watched all of that and did not have a drop of faith in you at all whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? They basically thought you was just wasting your time, but you had a lot of faith and you had a lot of hope and faith. God does what he does for a reason. Healing takes time. For me personally, my healing journey started, oh my God, I think it might have started like I started seeing the synchronicities on a consistent, like in 2012, between 2011 2012. For me, it always started with 333. Waking up at 3:33 in the morning, paying for stuff, $3.33, just seeing it everywhere, and it was just on a consistent. And so then, I just would look at it and kind of wake me out some, and then I would be like, it just really didn't dawn on me then back then. And then time progressed, things got a little weirder, things got stranger, and then, I just started doing things that I normally didn't do, like working on things. I started using my art in different ways. I started doing it because I make clothes. I take liquor bottles, any kind of bottles, make lamps out of them. I do all kind of stuff with that. Hold on. you know, I make all kind of different things, and jewelry, you know, you name it, I make it. And then, you know, of course, I took pictures, you know, did photography, you know, everything I've done just about, you know, was an interest. If I've seen, you know, like beautiful pictures, I'll be like, oh my God, these pictures are gorgeous. You know, I have like a long list of famous photographers, you know, that I looked at, and I literally would dissect them and would understand why they took the type of pictures they did. And yeah, it was just, a lot of things fascinated me, even as far as making music, you know, like beats and stuff like that. You know, my brother, he makes beats now, and, you know, every now and then I might dibble and dabble some, but I don't do it like I used to, you know, but I'll go online and I'll...
Dominant.
She said dominant. Yeah, my brother's the more dominant beat maker right now, but yeah, do music. Then I would go and look at producers and stuff, and then I think it was like a man named Bruce who did some of Michael Jackson stuff or whatever, but this man would sit there and be listening to this type music, you know, and he would be mixing his music, and he's like an older cat, you know, and he would just literally just be sitting there, not even nodding his head, not moving, not nothing. I'm like, how can he do that, not move, not nothing? And then, you know, he was mixing the music down, and then people would be like, producers who mix, you know, when they just mix, they don't really have a gift. Bull crap. No, if you go back and listen to Living Off the Wall, the backups on that song with Michael Jackson, the signature backup vocals, he's the one who did it like that. He's the one who, you know, when Michael Jackson was singing, he's the one who blended it that way. You know, like when Michael Jackson, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, you know, like when he'd be like, closer now, you know, when he'd be doing a little low talking in the background, he told him to do that to give him a more, to make the song a little bit more intimate.
I'll laugh at you.
A little more intimate. Okay. So what else? But anyway, so much for the music talk. Someone's nervous here. Okay, she said nervous. All right, and then we have the Hierophant. Yeah. So, you know, technically, when I look at Bruce, I'm gonna have to look his name up because I know it was Bruce. I can't remember his last name. But anyway, when I think about him, you know, as far as being
Bruce
a pioneer, you know, when it comes to being as old as he is and how long he's been in the game doing the music and stuff, he did a couple of J-Lo songs too. Yeah, this is how I look at him, you know, right, the Hierophant, you know, basically pioneer, do everything in his traditional fashion, you know, but so much for that. But yeah, technically right now, what you need to be looking ahead and looking forward to instead of dwelling. Your worries unnecessary. Now it's time to, you know, celebrate. You know, your will's moving yourself forward. You're the high priestess. Everything is the way it's supposed to be, exactly the way it's supposed to be for you. And don't ever forget that. And, you know, you just keep moving forward. You know, we all get stuck. Because Lord knows, I've been stuck a million times. Then we have the word dad. All right. And, yeah, we all get stuck sometimes. But you have to keep it moving forward and look at every day that you wake up. You know, look at it like a celebration. Be thankful, you know, for everything that you have now. You know, look at yourself like a year ago, and then look at where you are today. That is a celebration in itself.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again, too. It just came out all crazy. I don't like when they, well, it's doing its thing. Yeah, because now, like, and it just keeps coming out, basically. You know, justice is gonna, you know, you're basically getting your just due. You're getting your justice.
My lungs.
Turn around. Someone said their lungs, you know, if you're having problems with your lungs, honey, what you need to be doing, you need to be technically you need to use garlic. Eat some garlic. A lot. Get the powder con too. Okay. Yes. Having problems with your lungs. Get you some garlic. And that is the truth. And then also, by you getting your justice, they're letting you know it's the truth. Okay? What else? Yes, and there's not going to be no more of this. You know what I'm saying? No more of this. And maybe by you getting your justice, and maybe now people are realizing, you know, you're getting your justice. They know it's the God honest truth. They know you are a truthful person. They know you're a good person. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it has this person in despair of some sort. And then at the same time, you no longer need to be in despair. Okay, what else? Yeah. Because this is what's for you, the sunshine. Okay? And I really don't think we have to go any further with this reading.
Vernon.
Do anybody know somebody named Vermin? There's a name by the name of Vermin here. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get one card from the African Goddess Rising. No, actually I might just get just a couple. Nothing but the highest light, God Almighty, archangels, ancestors, evils never welcome here. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So how did everybody enjoy that full moon? Yeah, it was full moon in Gemini. Yeah. Let's straighten these cards out because I don't know what. Jesus. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Yes, so be sure to.
I'm protecting you.
They just said I'm protecting you. So whoever this might resonate with, just know that one of your loved ones are protecting you. Be sure to cut those etheric cords. And you know what cords those. Cords that need to be cut. You know, if you feel like somebody's energy is like just all stuck up in yours and you can't seem to just shake it and get it off, you need to probably do a really good cord cutting. And know that you are in know that you will, once you do that, then you'll be probably, more than likely you'll be in your full alignment. And then for some of you all, you're in your celestial alignment. Okay? One more, please.
The chair of torture.
Oh, God. She's talking about the chair of torture, honey. I have no idea what that is. I think I've seen something like that online. Ooh, that popped way over yonder. Alright. And stop having so much resistance. Stop having so much resistance to things. When you start to have resistance with things, and you start, pulling on things or whatever the case may be, and, it don't necessarily have to be a physical pull. It could just be something in your soul. If something don't feel right, you know what I'm saying, and it's hurting you, just let it go. And she also just said, it could be something in your mind as well. Okay? Those things right there can cause aneurysms as well, too. Be careful with that. Yes. Alchemy. Everything you touch turns to gold. Don't ever forget that. Okay? And this is what's on the bottom of the deck. And it is soul forgiveness. So, always forgive yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't forgive yourself, what is that going to do? All the things that you think about that happened in the past and this and that and the other, whatever the case may be, yada, 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 it's going to have you in torture. Just like she said, torture. Okay? Be sure to like, share, subscribe. I love each and every one of you guys. And have a beautiful, blessed night. Love you all. Deuces.